In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can decorate the most beautiful traditional gold and green Christmas tree step by step. Keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm a Christmas design expert and seasonal decorator here to help you feel more comfortable about your designs. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to decorate a gorgeous Christmas tree in a traditional way with green and gold. It is spectacular. I really know you're going to enjoy it. If you are here for the Christmas season 2024, let me tell you, we're just getting started. We have over 15 videos already recorded for you to enjoy this holiday season. Also, I want to mention that all of the items in this video are from SHINODA Design Center, and I'm going to leave their number in the description box below. In case you like any of them, you can call and inquire about them. All right, you guys, well, I'm gonna take you to SHINODA, but before I do that, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell because you will not want to miss all of this beautiful Christmas season for 2024. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this video with your friends on Facebook, on Instagram, and on WhatsApp, I would really appreciate it because it is free and it really helps this channel. Are you guys ready to decorate a gorgeous traditional way Christmas tree in gold and green? Let's get started. All right, everyone, so we're gonna get started with this beautiful traditional gold and green Christmas tree. Now, I want to explain that I'm gonna be using a step stool because this is a pretty big tree. So I'm just gonna put this guy over here on the corner. So sorry if you see me getting in and out of frame, getting this step stool, because it is a pretty tall tree. You know that when we decorate a Christmas tree here at Ramon at Home, we have a 4-step process. Ribbons first, ornaments second, stems, picks, and florals third, and then at the end we're going to add our accent ribbon and ornaments that we are going to make our Christmas tree really sparkle with those items. So for this particular tree, I chose a variety of ribbons. This beautiful D. Stevens glitter ribbon is so stunning. And then I chose a beautiful green taffeta ribbon that is going to go with it. This is going to be more of a traditional look, but with these beautiful green and gold colors. After that, I chose this burlap with a print. This is going to be an accent ribbon, but my favorite one perhaps has to be our finishing touch ribbon, which is going to be this beautiful green and gold sheer ribbon that is going to really make our tree sparkle. I have my tools at the ready, like I'm always telling you, my scissors, wire cutters just in case, Jameson's boot so I don't make a lot of noise, and also these wires. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Jameson for being behind this. And come over here, come and say hi to the people.
Back again.
He is back again. So tell us, what have you experienced this holiday season working here at SHINODA Design Center?
So much energy. There's a lot of creativity happening. There is just, you can dream it, we're doing it.
Period.
Yeah, it's out. Exactly.
Jameson also experienced market for the first time. We went to market, and what do you think about market?
Breathtaking. There's so many different styles, colors, people. It's just, it's a great environment. It's really inspiring.
Will you say this is the best holiday season so far?
100%.
All right, well, thank you, Jameson, for being here. We're gonna get started with this Christmas tree, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna grab my stool. I don't know how this is gonna work, you guys. This is the tallest tree that I've decorated so far on camera. So what we're going to do is we're gonna grab our little stool, put it right here. I'm gonna drop my ribbon on the floor, and I'm gonna start with a dovetail. Now, this gorgeous ribbon, oh my God, I wish you guys could see how beautiful this is. I'm gonna start with a loop. I wanna say about a 6-inch loop. I'm going to go down, pinch, twist. I'm gonna do a 2-loop bow because it's going to be for the top. So I'm going to start with a wire. I'm gonna wire it together, and I'm going to go back and twist. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over to this side, and I'm gonna start right here on the top. I probably just need one step. I don't know if, can I disappear from the camera? Am I still, okay, good. So I'm gonna start right here and grab one bristle and twist it together. And I'm going to fluff my bow. Now, I want big loops for this one, so about a 12-inch loop, and I'm gonna go as far in as I can on the tree, kind of making sure that these loops stay in place like that. and then I'm gonna go up again, make a loop, go into the tree and twist it in like this. I think after 2 loops, I can get rid of my stool, and then I'm gonna cut right here. I'm gonna leave a longer tail. I'm gonna cut right here. Now here is my secret, you guys. The longer the loops you make and the longer the tail, as you can see, is going to cover a lot of that Christmas tree, so the less ornaments, florals, and pigs you're going to need. I'm always telling you to invest on a good ribbon, because if you do that, you're gonna use less product, right? So I'm gonna do this one more time over on this side. I think I only need the stool for the top part of it. So I'm gonna do 2 loop bows like this. I'm gonna put my scissors on my pocket. I'm gonna grab my wire back, twist. I'm gonna grab my stool right here. Then I'm gonna go, remember to always do a step ladder down. So I'm gonna go a little bit down and attach right here. And then we're going to fluff these bows. So that's creating our topper right here. All right, so now I'm done with this stool for the day. It was just for those 2. I can take it from here. You guys, I wish that I was maybe about 5 inches taller. If I was just, no, 5 inches would be too much. Probably 4 inches taller. If I was 4 inches taller, I would get these Christmas trees done so much faster, because I would not need a stool to get me going. All right, so there's 2 loops. Then, like I said, we're going to do a long tail. We want those tails to really go down. So now I'm going to cut out a dovetail one more time. And let's see, you have to kind of look at it and see where is it that you want to go. For this particular one, I'm going to do a 1 loop tail, because what we did on the top was kind of creating the topper for it. So for the center of it, you really don't need that much, right? So you do a single loop bow like this, and then we're going to attach right here in the middle. Remember to do a step ladder right here, and remember to pull in as far as you can, so it looks like that ribbon is growing from it. So I'm going to do in the center 1 loop like this, then I'm going to do 1 more loop like this, and just by grabbing that bristle, you can really create that loop. And one more thing, remember to leave longer tails. You always want those longer tails so it starts to fill in. Now here's the thing, I love the way this looks, but I figured that if I do another 1 loop, actually I'm gonna do a 2 loop bow to do a connector. When you connect your bows, and I'll explain this real quick. So I'm gonna do the 2 loops, 1, 2, like this. And I ran out of ribbon, but no problem. Since we are at SHINODA Design Center, we can go grab some more. So we're gonna do 2. Remember, this is a taller tree. So look how this is, the joint right here, you're going to connect right there. And look what that does. It creates more of a statement. And because this is the middle of the tree, that's what we want to do to go this way now. So I'm gonna do a loop right here. And I'm gonna cut this at a dovetail. I'm gonna pull a little bit like that. And now we're gonna cut a dovetail. All right, you guys, I'm gonna finish this riveting technique all the way down to the floor, and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna create a 2 loop bow with this beautiful green taffeta ribbon. It's super easy. All you have to do is loop up, down. Remember to leave a tail. Then I'm gonna grab a wire to wire this together. And this is how I wire it. So I grab my wire, I go back, and then I pull my bow forward, I twist, and that leaves me with this wire right here. So that's what's going to use to attach. So I'm going to attach right here where this bow joins. I'm gonna attach my bow like this, grabbing that wire and twisting back, and that's gonna create a focal point right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my ribbon, give it a pull, create a loop, and pinch right here. So now I'm gonna grab a bristle and twist that back here, as you guys can see, to create this beautiful loop. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do it again, just pinching right here. It's better if you pull your hand right here and then you attach with a bristle. I'm gonna grab this bristle, I'm gonna twist it to the back, and then I'm gonna bring my loop forward. So now I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm gonna cut a tail right here. And then you want to open up that ribbon and give it a little bit of an iron and let them hang like that. Okay, so I'm almost done with this ribboning technique. If you guys are enjoying these videos, be sure to leave a comment down below. We've done so many Christmas trees so far this year, and we have so many more to go, you guys. This is probably the year that I've done a lot of Christmas trees. And I just want to take a second also to thank our friends from SHINODA Design Center who have opened their warehouse for us to come and do these videos here so they can bring you more ideas. So keep in mind that some of these items are going to have the tags on, because at the end of the day, it's for their displays. And so we have to respect the fact that they want to keep the tags on, because we just make the videos to inspire you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect another bow right here along with my beautiful glitter bow, and I'm going to do a loop, probably about a 14-inch loop, and you attach with the bristle, and I'm going to attach this one right here to the back of this, like this. And I just love this green ribbon. It's very Christmassy, let me tell you. It's made out of taffeta. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I think we are about done with this particular ribbon. Yes, we are. So we're gonna stop right here. And I'm sure you know that I have a third ribbon that is going to be our accent ribbon that we're going to leave towards the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get my stems, actually no, my ornaments ready, and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. All right, everyone, so I already started adding our ornaments to the top. That way I don't have to have that pesky step stool in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a few more of these larger ornaments. These are the 10-inch ornaments. And if you've been following the channel for any period of time, then you know that I like to add one ornament at a time, and I do it on a step ladder motion. Now, this particular size of ornament, it's more like a filler. So you have to kind of push it in there. And remember, what happens on the right happens on the left. So we always have to continue adding this on that motion, so that way it's very well balanced. But I want to share with you this absolutely stunning ornament, you guys. Look how pretty. It's like a gold, but it has an iridescent glitter that is just so stunning. I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it one more time. Open up your tree right here, grab that wire. Now, I do want to mention it is faster if you have all of your ornaments pre-wired. Me and Jameson spent all day yesterday prepping our Christmas trees, which means getting some of the tags off. Remember, we're keeping some of them, and then wiring all of the ornaments. So that way it's faster when we are filming these Christmas trees for you. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite Christmas tree or theme that you've seen this year so far. And like I said earlier, you guys, we're only getting started. We have so many more already done that I cannot wait for you to see. I don't know when this one will be coming out. I think it's gonna be the second week of August, and we still have all of September, October, and of course November. So there's going to be a lot of these beautiful Christmas trees for you. All right, so I'm going to add another one right here. Remember to kind of push them in a little bit. You want to leave these tips right here for the smaller ornaments so they really show. The bigger the ornament, like this particular one, or bigger, they really need to be pushed in to the Christmas tree. I'm gonna go down over here because you want them to really fill in those gaps in your Christmas tree. And then also remember that what goes up always must come down. So you want to make sure that you add some of the ornaments on the bottom and then also on the top. All right, so I have a few of these left. I think I have two, so I'm gonna add some more to the bottom right here. Sorry if I disappear. And then we're gonna move on to our next ornament, which now are going to be our accent ornaments. Hey everyone, you thought we were done for the day? Well, I just want to give you a sneak peek of some other Christmas trees that you can expect this holiday season. We have a beautiful traditional in burgundy. We have a gorgeous traditional Christmas tree. We also have a beautiful gold and lime green is spectacular. And of course, we have the Grinch coming your way. So I cannot wait for you guys to see all of these beautiful Christmas trees that we've been working on from SHINODA Design Center. I know you're going to love them. Well, if you enjoyed this video, video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends on Facebook, on Instagram, and on WhatsApp to invite them to come and join this channel. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part about decorating this beautiful Christmas tree. Okay, so I have to talk to you about this particular ornament. It's made out of glass and it's a beautiful green, and it comes in different shades. As you guys can see, they're pretty large, and because they're made out of glass, you have to make sure that they're really secure to your wire. You don't want to break them. And so for this particular one, like I said, you have to look for places and then lift up your branch and then grab one of the bristles and twist it. Because they are glass, I like to extra twist them, so I give them an extra twist, and that way they're gonna stay secure. The ones that have the onion shape, like this one right here, what I like to do is find a tip like this right here, and then grab that tip and twist right there. So it has time to dance on the branch and to have movement like that. See how that hangs on the branch? But what I like to do is start staggering them. So I'm gonna bring one right here on the top as well. I'm gonna open all of those ribbons and grab this bristle right here and attach my ornament to it. Once again, I usually twist twice. For glass ornaments, you guys, I twist 3 times just to make sure that it's secure. And I'm going to find another branch like this one. This one has a lot of weight, so I like to put these ones because they're pretty heavy because they're made out of glass. 2, 3, and then twist back. Look at that, how stunning is that? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I'm gonna grab another one. This is a good branch to put up a ornament like this. 1, 2, 3, back. Look at that. Ah, it's so gorgeous. All right, you guys, I have a few more of this. I'm gonna speed it up and I'll be right back. I am loving the way this is looking. All of these glass ornaments are really making this tree stand out. I have 2 more types of green ornaments. So I have these beautiful riveted ones. It's almost like, they're also made out of glass, but it's almost like a nail hove pattern to it. And then I have this other absolutely stunning brown and green. Look how pretty they look together, especially against this other type of green. Is going to look absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for places, once again, close to my other ornaments. Even if you have to stagger them, I'm gonna put one right here, and I want to explain that now that I can see, look how this right here creates a beautiful cluster of ornaments. That's what I mean by you have to do one ornament at a time, one type of ornament at a time, because that way you can secure the clusters. Like I'm gonna put this one right here, and it's also going to create a cluster right here. It is easy to handle your ornaments and create beautiful clusters if you do this technique. I'm gonna put one right here on the tip. Oh, you guys, I just broke an ornament and I feel really bad. I already asked baby Jesus for forgiveness, and I want to use this as a teaching moment. When you have a glass ornament, they come with this hook right here. I usually take the time to glue this together, especially for glass ornaments. They are precious because we don't want to lose them, right? So you take a little dab of hot glue and you pull this up like this, put a little dab of hot glue, and then just release it. And if you're not doing that, what I do want to make sure that I mention is that you don't pull too hard like I did to break that ornament. So what you do is you just grab that wire and you spin the wire, but you give that ornament give, so that way you're not pulling that spring out of the ornament. Because if you don't do that, if you don't do the glue that, or if you're not careful about attaching these glass ornaments, most likely you're gonna end up with half of the ornaments that you purchased. We're almost done. Now that I explained all of that, we're almost done with this particular ornament. So I want to make sure that I, like once again said, try to cluster them together and attach them. So now I'm gonna start with my last glass ornament, which is going to be this other green one. I'm going to find places like right here where they can hang from the branch and show. I'm gonna finish these ornaments real quick because it's pretty self-explanatory, and you've seen me hang ornaments for how many years now, and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so I want to explain real quick. This is how I wire my ornaments. I'm gonna take this one out so you can see. So I grab a wire, put it through this glass ornament. So then I pinch up and I try to twist at least 3 times, because remember, we take care of our glass ornaments. So then what I'm going to do is grab this branch right here, grab my ornament, and I'm gonna grab this bristle. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to fold the rest of the wire back. And so now we have a beautiful cluster of ornaments right here. That's how easy it really is, and it really creates this whole area with this beautiful gold one, the beautiful green glass, the other green, and the gold riveted one right here. Be sure to wire those ornaments. You don't want to break them like I just did. You guys, wait till you see this ornament. This is going to be our last ornament. It is a clear glass bauble. They're made out of glass, and they are gold leafed. How stunning is this? These catch the light so beautifully. So what I want to do with these ones is really find places like right here to cluster them together. Like I'm gonna put one right here. I'm gonna twist that 3 times. And look at that. That is so beautiful because it really catches the light. We're gonna be spared with this because there's already so many ornaments on this tree, and we still have all of our picks, stems, and florals, and our accent ribbon at the end. So I'm just gonna find a few places where I can add this ornament. So I want to recap real quick before I let you go. First, we did our beautiful loops of bows. Then I added the green taffeta ribbon, creating these loops. After that, I started with my ornaments, and I did the big ornaments first in the gold and the half nail. After that, I did this beautiful glass ornament that is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. After the beautiful one, well, they're all beautiful, first of all. This half nail one that I broke one, by the way. And then this other green and brown. And so now we're adding this beautiful glass ornament right before we move to pick stems and florals. But I want to make sure that these ones really show. So I'm gonna bring them all the way to the tip. That's why a tree like this, it's so useful, because if it has a long arm that has a really good wire, you can put ornaments all the way forward. Let me show you one more right here. This one is a really good one. So I'm gonna grab this wire 3 times up. Look at that. They hold a lot of weight, so you really can pack on your ornaments. All right, so I'm gonna shut up, do a few more, and I'll be right back with our next step. Keep watching. All right, so our next step is stems, picks, and florals. And as you guys can see, this tree is really packed with ornaments, but it looks pretty flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it some dimension with some picks of greenery. Look how beautiful is this flat cedar, you guys. So what we're going to do is we're gonna grab some areas like right here, and we're going to add that greenery to really extend the shape of our tree. But we have to make sure that we really fluff these picks because we want all of the dimension that we can get. Look how that just added dimension. So I'm gonna lift up my bow right here, and I'm gonna add one right here. We can be very spareful. You don't have to be super packed with these picks. So I want to say for a 7.5 foot tree, you probably need about a dozen of them, because we have different types of picks that we're going to add. But what this is going to do is really going to give it some girth and hide some of those ornaments so that your eye can really travel through and find all of the beautiful goodies in it. So look at that, it just extends the shape of your tree. Now remember, what happens on the right happens on the left. What goes up must come down. This is gonna be a glam yet natural look with all of these beautiful pines that I selected to extend the shape of our tree. You have to make sure that it goes through some of those branches so it really attaches to it. And then also make sure to save one for the top, because we usually tend to forget about the top, right? Well, we wanna make sure that we don't. I'm gonna add one right here. Look at that, see how that gives it that depth and dimension to your tree? It is super easy to create. All right, so I'm gonna go towards the bottom, making sure that I open some of these. And I'm gonna put one right here, like that. And I'm gonna grab another one. Jameson, will you pass me my wire cutters? I think they're somewhere over there. I'm gonna grab this one right here. I'm gonna go over to this side and add one right here on the bottom. Thank you so much, my wire cutters. I'm gonna cut this one in half because, you know what, sometimes they're really hard to cut, but we have to because the top. My goodness. Good quality picks, you guys, are sometimes really hard to cut. We just have to put some muscle into it, like this. There you go. All right, so now that we have these two pieces, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one towards the top, looking up, like this. Remember, what goes up must come down. I want to make sure that it's really straight up. And since I already got rid of my stool, I'll have to get on my tippy toes, like that. And then this other one, we just open it and we go right here. See how that brings that look all the way down? I feel like we need one right here in the middle. So be sure to fluff all this. And this cedar, you guys, is so pretty. My favorite greenery for Christmas is flat cedar. It's just so stunning. So I'm gonna put it right here in the dead center of it, like this. And we'll flap all of those bows towards the end, right? I feel like I need another one over on this side. So I'm gonna put one right here, like that. And so I'm gonna move on to the next one. The next one's going to be this other flat cedar. And so these are short, they're short and sweet. So I'm gonna start over on this side on the top. Sorry if I have to get on my tippy toes. Then I'm gonna go over here and see that's creating that depth that I'm telling you. Be sure to really stick it in there so that way they don't come crashing down during the celebration. All right, I'm gonna put one right here. And let me see. You kind of step away from it to see where it is. That you may need another one like right here. Make sure you flap all of these bows at the end. And I'm gonna add a few to the bottom. Let me see over on this side. I feel like I need one right here. See how our tree looked very flat before we started adding all of these picks. So now it's giving it a lot of depth and dimension, and it's making our tree look way, way bigger than it really is. So that's a trick I can pass on to you. If you have a skinny tree, get yourself some beautiful picks like this, and look, all it does is create more depth, more girth into your Christmas tree. All right, so now I have this other one that I'm going to add just a few because it's very different. It's this pine. Look how pretty this is. This is a long needle pine. I said that flat cedar is my favorite. Well, long needle pine is my second favorite. And look how pretty this is. And this has some of that greenery color. So I'm just gonna add a few of them to have that texture difference between all of them, making sure that you flap really good. So I'm gonna put one right here. So that's what gives that tree a beautiful, different feel. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna finish all of these picks and I'll be right back. Keep watching. Okay, you guys, so our last pick that we're going to add is going to be this glitter and jeweled green and brown to go with our ornaments. So what we want to do is overlap those with some of the stems of greenery, and look how that creates that effect. I'm going to add another one. I want to mention that you have to fluff them out because look how they come on the box. So you just have to play with them, give them a little bit of life and character by doing that little motion. So we're going to look for another part of our Christmas tree, like right here. And like I said, you want to overlap all of those picks to create that effect of depth and dimension with different picks. All right, you guys, so we are almost done with this beautiful Christmas tree. And I just want you to take a look of what this particular stem did to the beautiful tree. So what I'm doing is once again overlapping them with all of those picks that we've already added. And this one, we want to go a little wild because this is what really is going to tie in our whole look together. It's extending the shape of our tree. And remember, what happens on the right happens on the left. I'm back on my tippy toes to go up. And let me see, do we need another one on the other side? I feel like this one we need to cut in half, so let me disappear for a second while I grab my wire cutters, because I feel like, once again, these are really hard to cut. That just means good quality. Let me see. There we go. We need to make sure that we have some on the top, but I also want to make sure that I have some shorter ones right here. Remember to push in as far as you can to respect the shape of your Christmas tree. I'm going to go ahead and add another one over on this side. Let's see, right here. And then the small one that I cut, I want to put right here on the front. All right, you guys, so just when I thought I was done, I found this accent ribbon that I talked to you about at the beginning, and I forgot about it. And the reason why I picked it is because it has all of the colors from the theme. So because it's a sheer ribbon, what I want to do is I'm going to make some bows. So I'm going to put my wire over my pocket so I can really work. So I'm going to do some bows, and this ribbon, it's so thin that you kind of have to like pinch it in between two fingers to continue to work with it once you pinch. So what I want to do is maybe like 5 to 6 loop bows, and the loops are about a 12-inch loop. So there's 4. I'm gonna do one more. Do 5. Yeah, 5. I'm gonna grab my wire. Make sure that you pinch really good because it's such a thin ribbon. When it's a sheer ribbon, you have to make sure that you really pinch. Then I'm gonna give it a long tail like that. So I'm going to start, I started right on the top, so I'm gonna put another one maybe right around here, but kind of sideways. I don't want it to be too forward. So maybe, let's see, maybe right there. Then I'm going to attach my wire to my bristle. The bristles are our best friends when it comes down to decorating. And for these tails, I just want them to hang, but I'm going to dovetail. Just let them hang like this. And look how pretty. It gives it more of an ethereal look and it ties it all together. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. That's what we're gonna do, 5, and I'll be right back to give you the end result. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so here is the end result of this beautiful Christmas tree. I love the touch of these beautiful iridescent bows that are sheer. The ornament selection, you guys, look at all of this green and gold. This particular one right here with the gold leafing is just so stunning. But the picks, it's what really makes this tree look absolutely gorgeous. I really hope that you liked it because I am obsessed with it. I want to take it home, but I can't. I cannot wait to read your comments, so be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite step. And I really hope that you tune in for more. We are only getting started. See you soon. So what do you guys think? Wasn't this Christmas tree absolutely spectacular? The gold and the green just screams Christmas. It's super traditional looking and I just love the way this turned out. But I cannot wait to read your comments, so be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part about this Christmas tree. And remember, there's a whole plethora of other Christmas designs in the description box below for you to continue to be inspired for this season. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends on Facebook, on Instagram, and on WhatsApp. And then also remember that we have a whole season ahead of us for Christmas decorating for 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing. And as always, you can watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye.